Here's section 4. I'll play it for you first, then I'll teach it. Here's section 4, lick number 1. 1, 2, 3. So, let's take a closer look at that. We have our pickup, which we know and love by now, sliding into the 6th fret of the 3rd string with our 2nd finger, frets 5 and 7 of the 2nd string on the beats and 4 end. 1, 2, 3. And then our relentless double stops, again sliding in from half step below into the 2 top strings at the 5th fret. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now it departs. Now it goes into this, which kind of rhythmically throws it off a little bit, which makes it a little interesting, a little more interesting, I think. So we're just going to pull off from the 8th fret of the 1st string to the 5th fret, then pull off from the 8th fret of the 2nd string, then pull off from the 8th fret of the 3rd string to the 7th fret, or you can slide if you like, and then the 5th fret of the 3rd string, then I'm going to replace the single notes with double stops on strings 4 and 3, frets 7 and 6. Go back near the bridge and play my double stops. Da, da, da. Okay? Here's section 4, lick number 2. Here's what it sounded like. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what we're going to do here, it sounds similar to other ones, but what makes it unique is the slide on the 3rd string. And again, you can hear, it almost sounds better when I don't get the note every time, if I'm a little sloppy. So I'm going to start with three hits on the double stops here at the 5th fret on the top 2 strings. Then I'm going to play either my 3rd finger, or I like my pinky, either one, whichever you like. I'm going to slide from the 7th fret to the 9th fret of the 3rd string, literally. But really what I want is just that sound in there. Doesn't matter where you slide to, really. It's basically a rhythmic idea. Da, da, da. And just slide. And between every slide you play 2 more hits on the double stops. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. And as you can hear, 1. On the 3rd one, you only play 1 double stop. And you can do that all day long. All downstrokes near the bridge. Relentless 8th notes. Don't forget that. Here's section 4, lick number 3. For this one, I have a very similar idea going, but this time I'm only using single notes, which is another great idea and is just as effective. So I'm going to start with an A here at the 5th fret of the 1st string, and again play 3 notes. And now I'm going to slide from the 8th fret of the 2nd string up to the 10th fret. And 3 hits, slide, 2 hits, slide, 2 hits, slide, 1 hit. Now, again, I'm being very precise and precision with this. Remember, that's not the essence of this. The essence is a rhythmic drive. So when you slide, Doesn't really matter where you go. Just get a sound in there. You can slide half step. You can slide up as far as you want. I just happen to like that somewhere around a whole step slide. Here's section number 4, lick number 4. Here's what it sounded like, if you recall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now, this has a classic Chuck Berry move in it, and that's this. Here's the 3 notes you're gonna, it's a kind of a, for lack of a better word, I'll call it sweep picking. More specifically, it's just this downstroke across 3 strings. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna play the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and then bar across the top 2 strings at the 5th fret and just kind of run your pick down. And notice how after I leave the 3rd string, I'm lifting my finger up. Otherwise it sounds too like a sus chord or something. We want rock and roll here, rock and roll. Now, watch my 3rd finger. You can bend it a little bit too. Again, this is not a note thing as much as it's a rhythmic idea. It's an attitude. And then that's classic Chuck Berry right there. So after you do the downward sweep, then you're going to come back to the 2nd string, frets 8, 7, and 5. Then up to the 1st string, frets 7 and 5. And then back to string 2, frets 8, 7, and 5. And then I'm going to play the 3rd string, 5th fret, hammer onto the 2nd, to the 6th fret. Then 5th fret of the 2nd string, 5th fret of the 1st string in a bar. And then 2nd string, frets 8, 7, 5. Let's play that all together so we recall what it sounded like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, how about if we do this? Let's go back to the beginning of that section and play it from the beginning of the chorus or the section so that we recall what the whole thing sounds like here. Here we go again. 1, 2, 3. Section 4, lick number 5. This is a classic Chuck Berry, what I like to call a unison lick. So what you're going to be doing here is in the 5th position, you're going to be bending on the 3rd string, the 7th fret, the note on the 7th fret, up a whole step, and then match the pitch with the same note at the 5th fret of the 2nd string. Do that 3 times. Oh yeah, don't forget, go back here. And then 3 notes. String 3, fret 7 to 5. String 4, fret 7. And then again. Second time you only do twice. And then the single notes again. Okay, rhythmically that lick may be a little confusing, so let me play just that last lick intact so you hear what it sounds like with a count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's section 4 in its entirety at a reduced tempo. 1, 2, 3.